In Game 1 between the Edmonton Oilers and Vegas Golden Knights, Leon Draisaitl had a masterclass of a performance, and the Oilers wasted it. Now, this series is fascinating to me because these two teams might be the hottest teams in the NHL playoffs. The Golden Knights are 26-5-5 since the All-Star break, including the playoffs, and they were the only team to win their first-round series in 5 games. Edmonton, on the other hand, hasn't lost in regulation in the past 21 games. The Oilers finished their regular season 14-0-1, and the only playoff games they lost to LA were in overtime. The key for the Golden Knights in this series is to just try and manage McDavid and Draisaitl as much as they can. This is because you know that they're going to get their cookies no matter what, and so as long as Vegas can outscore Edmonton 5-on-5 and stay out of the box, they like their chances. That plan didn't go so well for Vegas off the start, as McDavid to Draisaitl on this cross-seam pass on the power play opened the scoring and was just borderline not fair. The Knights break their diamond formation for a split second. McDavid reads that, finds the seam, and Draisaitl buries with that unreal one-timer. It's amazing how he doesn't tickle the rafters with it either. It's just a slight little wind up and release, yet he still gets all of it. Different from your traditional power play guys who like to really wind up like Ovi. Draisaitl doesn't need that wind up. He can just snap it and it pretty much goes wherever he wants it. Either way, this is how lethal this power play truly is. All it takes is one lapse for a split second on the penalty kill, and this group can burn you. But as planned, Vegas would strike 5-on-5 twice and then add a power play goal of their own to make it 3-1. At this point in the game, this is exactly what Vegas wants. It's very unlikely that they're going to contain either Draisaitl or McDavid, so if they can score 5-on-5 and take advantage of the other lines on the Oilers, then they're exactly where they need to be. That is, of course, until Leon Draisaitl does something like this. Below the goal line, goalie is in an RVH position to steal off that post, and Draisaitl with the 1000 IQ play bangs this puck off of Brossoit's shoulder and into the net. An incredibly smart play from a cerebral player. Of course, Draisaitl wasn't done there, as on the power play yet again, he'd be Johnny on the spot and bang in this pass from Hyman. Great net front play from Hyman, but that's just how connected this power play is as a unit. Hyman knows Draisaitl is lurking in the weeds by that post on his one-time side, so as soon as the rebound pops out, he throws that loose puck in the area and Draisaitl takes care of business. Now that's tough for Vegas, but again, they stick to their plan and they respond with 2 5-on-5 goals right away to swing the momentum back in their favor. How does Edmonton react to this? Well, McDavid and Draisaitl work their own 5-on-5 magic, as this goal off the rush would be Draisaitl's 4th goal of the game. Great play from both superstars, but how about this net drive from Zach Hyman? He just goes full tilt to the net to drive back both defensemen right up against their net, and it opens up a clear path for Draisaitl to take yet another one-timer. Despite this legacy performance from Leon Draisaitl, it still wasn't enough for the Oilers, and the Golden Knights would take Game 1. I'm sure Vegas would like to keep Draisaitl and McDavid completely off the board, but that's incredibly hard to do. In this game, they were able to outscore Edmonton 5-on-5, and the one crucial kill that Vegas had was probably the 1 goal difference in this game. For the Oilers, it's great to see Draisaitl going, but I think McDavid looked a little bit off to me tonight. I know there's some suspicion of him dealing with an injury, but he just made some plays tonight that were a little bit uncharacteristic of him. I think Vegas did a good job of frustrating him tonight, and I think he's got another level to hit in this series despite getting 2 points tonight. Aside from that, their depth has to be a factor moving forward in this series. I thought that's what made them really good in round 1 against the Kings, but heading into game 2, they need way more contribution down the lineup, and they still need to generate more 5-on-5 in terms of offense. So what did you think about this performance by Leon Draisaitl, and who do you have winning this series? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you want to see more NHL playoff breakdowns like this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button.